I am live right now. So when people join, I can mess around with this guy. That's all this kind of is. I was going to go live on Instagram, but you have to have 1,000 followers on there to do that, and I don't. So this is my custom bot, as most of you are aware. Actually, I'm not sure if I've ever shown the bear mech before, but this is him. I just got him home. He's been at the shop, and I did some work on him for like the past hour. I've been working on him, getting him running again. He's currently aired up. I don't have a ton of air in the tank, but he is currently aired up. I have him running at a really low PSI because he doesn't need to run that much. Hello, it's someone's here. Yeah, someone's here. Splits is here. So that's pretty dope. But yeah, we're just looking at him. There's also Pasquale, if anyone wants to see him. He's doing fine. I don't have much to do right now with him update wise, and then Helen I made. But yeah, here he is. So sitting down. As you can see, I got him up. Oh, thank you. You said you subbed. That's dope, man. Thank you. I am so close to 1,000. That would be so dope, man. But yeah, this movement, it has a leak. I'm not sure where. The cylinder worked perfectly fine before, but yeah, it's leaking somewhere now. Yeah, you can see the inside of the mask. Let me get that real quick. Thank you. Yeah, I made him a while ago with some friends, and he's kind of just there. Okay, so it's nothing too special. I'm not the best at cutting wood, but that's what the inside of Helen's mask looks like. It looks like the glue on the foam kind of came undone too. But yeah, that's what that looks like. It does work on a bot. I've had it. I think I have like 2 videos of it on Pasquale. I'm not quite sure. I don't use it much since it is a Pasquale, but I still do like it. I think it came out pretty good for my first Helen. So yes, thank you. I do think it's cool as well. So yeah. But running through some diagnostics. Yeah, there's a leak somewhere. I don't know where. But yeah, that's the movement that has the most air. It drains the most. But overall, it's all right. I think the next one is this arm movement, which is pretty aggressive. Yeah, I need to adjust that. I bought flows, but they didn't quite work. They were too small, so I'll have to buy more sometime, I guess. I think head turn moves. Yeah, he has a wrist move. I think that's the next one. It's also kind of aggressive, but it looks a lot better when he actually has his cosmetics on. And then the jaw. So overall, he only has 5 movements, but I've thought about adding more, but since I designed him to have 5 movements, I can't really add more. But yeah, his head and cosmetic stuff that I have made for him right now is down here. There's the back of his head and the shell. And then here's his guitar. If you've never seen it, it is just a normal guitar. I had this bird that I made a long time ago. I put on it. You can see the guitar's original collar on the back was purple, then I repainted it. Someone said, cool, thank you. Very much appreciate that. And here's the rest of his cosmetics that I have made right now. Go ahead and get them out. There's one foot. I think, yeah, this is the other foot. This one didn't come out as good, but overall it's not bad. Here's his strum hand. So yeah, it definitely adds enough weight to the hand that it makes it look better. His slide hand, it just velcros on because I didn't actually add that movement. Here's his mask. It's kind of crushed in there, but his eyes are just part of the mask. There he is. I think it looks nice. I think, yeah, the rest of the stuff is just covering, so that's like the chest covering. I think this is the neck covering. I'm not quite sure. This one of the ankle coverings, and then this is the other ankle covering. So have all that there. Like I said, yeah, you can kind of hear it. I don't know where it's leaking at, but it's leaking somewhere. Yeah, that's aggressive. Let me turn this PSI down a little. I thought I had it really low, but I guess he is draining a little more than I thought he would, which is not a good thing. So, right there, I think should be good. He's running really, really low. Hey, cousin Slimes, that's dope. Yeah, I'm just kind of showing off my guy because I just got him. I just got him back here and working and hooked up after not messing with him for like 2 months. So there he is. How'd I get my Pasquale animatronic? Well, you see, Pasquale has been a journey, and he has arms on the way, by the way. I don't know if I've ever actually said that publicly before, but he does have arms on the way. Hopefully they'll be here very soon, so that'll be a big update. But Pasquale is kind of the sort of thing where I got a head frame, and then after that, I started just getting the rest of his parts. And eventually, I got enough to where he was a bot. And yeah, since then, I've essentially been building him ground up from old bot parts from different places and locations. So yeah, he's definitely interesting. It's been a long process, that's for sure. I think I got my first head frame like a year ago, maybe. So yeah. Still leaking. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, you see, a lot of people just get their bots brand new. At least I know that I've put work into them. That's nice to know. So yeah, he's something, all right. Yeah, that needs work. I don't like that. His head also needs work. He's still in too high of a PSI, but once again, no cosmetics, so that kind of makes it worse. No, I didn't make him myself. I don't have that much metalworking skills. Most of mine resides in this. I did remake the head frame because the head frame I bought initially was ripped in half, and yeah. No, I didn't make the shoulders or anything. That was not me. I don't have that amount of skill at all. All I have is woodworking skill for the most part. The head frame, like just the base, I remade with models off mine because mine was torn in half, so I couldn't use it, and I don't have welding skills at all, so I just had to remake it entirely. Your cat is dead. I apologize. I'm sorry for your loss. So that's pretty rough, man. Oh God. Oh, okay. Is he gaining air pressure somehow? Okay. I just had flashbacks. When I first built this guy, his neck snapped after the first couple movements because he had too much air in him and it wasn't built right. It almost sounded like it did that again, so I'm kind of just making the air pressure a lot lower. Okay, it's fine. That's more like it. I don't know why I didn't have it running at that. What am I running at? What is that again? Oh, that's really low. That's like in the 15 area. Does everything else move? That's a lot better, actually. This guy moves really good at a really, really low air pressure. Because for reference, I run Pasquale at 32, and I know creative engineering bots run a lot higher. I want to say between like 60 and 80 maybe, so 15 is really low. The Pasquale mask. Did I use templates from Reddit? No, I used to have a Pasquale mask. It was the head backing's legit, but the front, I used to have a front. It was just ripped in half, so I kind of just went with those, and yeah, I remade it. The ones on Reddit, you can use them for sure, but they need a lot of work. There's a lot of inaccuracies with them. I'll just say that much. They would need a lot of tinkering to actually work good. But I mean, technically, you could get it to work on a bot. You just have to do a lot of editing. But yeah, for the most part, I use my old mask patterns because I mean, I had most of it. So yeah. That's leaking pretty bad. I don't know why. Where's one of his hands? I want to put a hand on, see how that works. Looks very cool. Thank you. Just dropped his hand off camera. That's not good. Okay, so I might switch the hosing because I don't know if I like it being in that position neutrally. But, well, I guess it's not bad per se. I don't know. I'll have to see when I actually put the guitar back on. 1-to-1, like it's accurate. All dope, man. I've thought about making Jasper. He just has so many types of fabrics and furs that I didn't want to spend that much money on it since I don't specifically need him. But he is one of my favorites for sure. Okay. What is my compressor? My compressor's about run out. We'll go ahead and turn that off. Okay. Yeah, my compressor was at like 100 earlier. 100. The tank was in 100 and now it's down to like 25. So went ahead and turned that off because, don't want to lose too much air. I got to refill it later. It's really loud, or I do it on stream. My favorite movement is this head turn. I don't know why. I just like how it looks. It's like it's satisfying, Like, I don't know, man. It looks cool. Here he is, though. Since he's not really moving right now, I can show his stuff better. So there's the guitar. As you can see, RD, I have that on there. For Roger Dewalt. My friend also calls him Carl. So that's his second name. But yeah, there's that. He's missing some strings because it's an old Goodwill guitar. But I made that years ago. But I put it on there. Yeah, it was definitely based off Birthday Bird, that's for sure. But I threw him on there. So I've had him fall off a lot of times as well, but I have him pretty stable right now. And like I said, there's the strum hand. He has pretty just normal size cosmetics. His aren't overly big like Cyberamics or anything. And here's his mask again. So yeah, it's not the best thing ever, but I do think it looks decent and it works. I'd put it on right now, but he kind of needs his head shell to be on, and I do not want to install that right now. But that's kind of what it looks like. You can get a glimpse at it. Is that all I have on the topic of Chuck E. Cheese animatronics? Well, this is my only complete animatronic, but I have a ton of parts, which I've made videos on all those and stuff. I think my favorite thing overall is my walk around head, but yeah. What kinds of songs is he going to sing? Hey, I didn't expect to see you here, Noah. That's crazy. I don't know. I'm mainly aiming towards Beatles because they're my favorites of music in general. So I did a few test songs with them before that were Beatles related, and I think I'll do Beatles. I don't know if I'm just going to make them do Beatles songs or if I'll do covers, and I really don't know yet, but I'm aiming towards Beatles stuff in general. Maybe some other things thrown in there, but yeah, for the most part, Beatles. Probably late 60s era Beatles too. But yeah, I like the Beatles a lot. So yeah. Here's one of his feet. This is a crappy one. Someone needs to see that. Here is his other hand. I need to put his guitar on. I'll do that after the stream. I need to make a Chuck mask. I do want to, and I think I will. The one issue I have with him is his nose, because I think it's some sort of rubber, but I don't have a way to make that and make it look good because my 3D printer is over here. Actually, it's not working at the moment. So I'm not a big fan of the 3D printed nose look, but if I had to, I'd do that, but it's not working. So I don't know. If you want to include a clip of him in one of your videos, by all means, man, you can do that. I will in a bit. I mean, tonight it's getting kind of late and I have school in the morning, so I got to wake up really early. But tomorrow night, the weekend's coming up, I will put cosmetics on him and I'll try my best to get him actually doing a little jig, and you can definitely include a clip of him in one of your videos. That's A-okay. But yeah, probably tomorrow night or this weekend, I will for sure get him up and working. I just got him home again today. I haven't touched him in like 2 months, so yeah, this was kind of just setting him up. Yeah, no problem, no problem, man. It's an honor being in one of the great Noah YouTube videos, you know. But yeah, this guy, once he gets set up, you can do that. I want to make sure he has all of his stuff on, because right now the mech's okay, but it needs a lot of work. I'm also, yeah, I'll get all of his stuff on later. But yeah, and his head shell at the moment is very dangerous. It has a lot of screws still poking out from it, so that could hurt someone. But yeah, and these, like I said, these are just covers for stuff. These are for his ankles. I just threw them together today with the remaining fabrics and furs I had. And this, this is his neck cover. All of it just velcros together. Where does that other thing go? Here. And then this goes here, just to cover that area when his shirt's on. There's RM Robotics labels too. Just an FYI. I feel like I don't know if I've ever actually shown those on camera, but I've made a ton of those to put on. But yeah. I'll have to try to find too where this leak is coming from. I don't know. It wasn't leaking before, because I have a ton of videos of them from before when I was getting them together, and this cylinder definitely did not leak, so I'll have to look at that off stream. I don't know if it's something to do with that section of the valve bank, or if I cut the hose slanted or something, but I'll try to get that fixed. This one's kind of aggressive, but it worked. Maybe when I actually get good flows that do fit and they're the right size, I'll definitely put one on there. His hand was working good. His jaw was fine. And his head turns fine. It normally sticks too, so that was actually a pretty good run, because normally when you air him up, it takes a few clicks to actually get it to move, so that's nice. But yeah, well, I don't think I'll be on here much longer, just because no more reason, since I've showed him off. I've showed him running, so that's about all I needed to accomplish in the live. Hello, people are saying hi. Everyone who's saying hi, hello. I do think I'll be ending the stream soon, just because I kind of showed everything, and it's been almost 20 minutes, which is crazy. So yeah, I think I'll make sure this is uploaded as a normal video too, if anyone wants to watch it. But soon, very, very soon, he will be doing shows and stuff again like before. I just gotta get all of his cosmetics back on. A couple of things I need to fix, like the leak. Probably want to adjust this some. But other than that, he's working a lot better than I thought he would, with, going 2 months without doing anything. So no, he does not have a mustache mech. I have the rod, but I don't have the cylinder or anything right now. I do plan on getting it, but since it's one of the more minor movements, I'm kind of just waiting for everything else. But like I said, he does have arms on the way, so so soon he should have them, and he won't be armless anymore. But yeah, so that's about all, I think. That concludes this live stream. We got a few people in, some people commenting, so I'd consider it a success. And that's it. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll get back to you guys with this great machine soon. So yeah. Oh, so one more question someone asked. I still don't know how to close this as well, so I'll have to figure that out. How tall is he? I think, well, from the bottom of the base to the top of the head frame, I want to say he's around 3.5 feet. 3 foot, 3.5, I think. Someone said hi. Hi, that grubby fan. I was just about to end the live, but yeah, I say, I don't know, between 3 and 3.5 feet is how tall I'd aim for, because that's about what he is. He's definitely not taller than 3.5 feet, but yeah. I'd say around there. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Very appreciated. I'll do another one of these sometime. And I'll get videos of this guy actually moving and grooving out soon. And he'll actually have his fur on. So yeah, thank you. And that's about all. Goodbye and good night.